Hi, welcome back to Knit for Brains podcast. I'm Laura Brady.
I'm Karen Miller.
This is episode 134 of, I've almost totally lost that, of our crafting, knitting, crocheting, sewing, whatever we're up to podcast. We're located 60 miles south of Chicago in Bradley, Illinois. You can find us on Ravelry, Facebook. It's going to be one of those days.
Instagram.
Etsy at Knit for Brains Designs.
You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Loopy Stitcher, Lupy Stitcher, all one word. And then I have a few designs as Loopy Stitcher Designs.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's probably going to be a noisy one out of me because I've been coughing and blowing all day, and that ties into our lovely weather report with our weather girl, Karen Miller.
Oh my God. We were just talking before we started how crazy this weather is. One day it was like 50 degrees, and the next day it was like 20. We've had freezing rain, snow, blowing winds that it was like, negative degrees. Just the other day it was freezing.
Yesterday when we were out running around, my watch showed it was like 15, but I swear it felt like it was like negative 20 with the wind.
Yeah. Thursday night to Friday we had this freezing, icy, snowy crap. We got like 3 inches of that stuff.
But that's okay. It melted the next day.
Pretty much. Yeah, it wasn't
and now
too
we're going
bad
to be running into
Chicago.
60, 65 weather.
Yeah. Like tomorrow, like the next 3 days, it's supposed to be up to today is, in fact, it's nice.
But then when you
50
look
degrees.
further out, you see the snow coming again.
Yeah. March.
So I was talking to,
I guess.
I was messaging the other night with my friend Megan, who's currently living here in Illinois for a short time. And she says to me, is it always this windy? I know, like, Chicago's windy city. I go, oh no. All of Illinois is just windy.
Yeah. Chicago's worse.
Yeah. She's like, well, I walked out to put my dog out, and it almost blew me over. I'm like, yeah, welcome to Illinois.
Especially if you have if you have a warm front and cold front comes through, it could be beautiful, balmy 50 degrees with 40 mile an hour winds that go with it. So that takes away it being such a nice day.
Well, and that's the thing. Okay, so it says it's going to be 65 the next day or two. Is it? That wind might take it down to about 30.
Yeah. Right?
Today was beautiful, though. We were actually outside when Karen showed up because we had went out for dinner and came home, and it was nice out. And he was changing out security equipment and stuff. So,
yep.
Yeah. Alrighty. We'll do shop.
Shop news.
Shop news. I only have a little bit to show because I did sell some. Like, I really only have one bag to show, guys. Sorry. There are other bags in the shop, obviously. Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. But I did do a couple more of the wireframe bags. This one has yarn balls on it.
That's cute.
I put a little red and black zipper pull because inside is also red. Oh, might help if I put the handle over that way. So wireframe holds it open, and
wow,
it is
that's huge.
Yeah, these are really good size bags for sure. I've been using mine for my Crochet Blanket right now, which it's perfect, like because it holds so much. But I know I'm going to switch that project out of it because that's one of the bags I want to bring to Arkansas when we go with the project in it. So I'll be taking the Crochet Blanket out of it for a little bit at least because I don't plan on bringing my blanket with me. So, but cool. Yeah, so these are in the shop. I do have 3 of them right now. Also, people have been wondering if I'm going to have the retro fabric back in with the Smurfs and Pac-Man and yes, but it's very limited quantity. I should be receiving the fabric tomorrow, so there'll be a couple of them put into the shop throughout the week. Probably just 2 or 3. So make sure you go to Etsy and favorite Knit for Brains Designs, and then it will let you know when I add something if you are really, oh my gosh, I want that bag. Because that will be the last of that one. So there's that. I did find another really cool fabric I think I want to get.
Well,
We'll see. All right. Karen. FOs?
Hmm.
None?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought
I
you had
have
a
one that's
washcloth.
like really close to being done, but it's not.
Okay, well then I probably
I
overachieved.
realized it's not. I have an almost done and an almost half done. Can't rush these things.
Okay. I'll start with my washcloths.
Oh.
I got 1, 2, 3. So 3 washcloths. It's out of Dishy. I don't know the colors or anything like that. I didn't grab the labels, so I mean it's Dishy. And I actually brought the pattern in, so we knew the correct name.
Yeah.
Is Grandmother's Favorite Dishcloth. And that is free. Just Google it. So there's that.
Yep.
I have no idea. I don't remember what else I remember one thing I finished. I really don't remember. Oh, socks. All right, this was out of the yarn that all I knew was Laura had sent it to me, and it's Christmas yarn, and it's self-striping. That's all I know. So she had sent me half. I'm looking at my sock blocker like I don't know how to put it on. Maybe. There we go. Ta-da! And of course I do have the second one. So finish those socks. I'm not going to separate everything. I will deal with my podcast mess in the morning.
Sure she will.
No, I do. That's like the first thing I do when I get up. So I was like, can I put all that stuff away? Well, after I get my Dr. Pepper in me. Oh, these are socks too. All right, so this yarn is Lollipop Girl Yarns as well. I don't know the name of it because it was a club.
Uh-huh.
It had something to do with flamingos because this was the matching bag.
I don't think you started those last time.
No, this is a new cast.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah.
So that's the yarn. And let me show you how it knits up. Maybe. I thought it knit up really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like little micro stripes.
Yeah, McGanna will love those. She likes my other bright.
Mm-hmm. So that came out really pretty, and do have the set just to prove. I'm just lazy. I have 2 sock blockers sitting right next to me, but I just no need to put them both on there, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that was that.
No DK socks?
I don't think so.
Wow.
I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. No.
No.
I think I put those aside to finish other things. Okay, I know what this is. Well, as I finish stuff, I move it in here right away, so then it's kind of off, out of my mind. I don't even remember what I have and don't have.
Sometimes she teases me and puts it on the coffee table in the living room.
I do that when it's something that has to be blocked.
Nah.
That way it reminds me, which I need to move my sparkled sweater in there because I want to block that for taking to Arkansas with me. All right. Speaking of Arkansas Yarn Co. was the yarn I used for this. I still have quite a bit left to do something else with, and it is Blue Right By Me. This is a flax light for little man, or if you're new, my grandson. Without the pearls.
Garter.
Yeah, bumps. Look how cute. Oh, he's going to look adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of which, Laura. No time right now, Laura. He wore the sweater, the other blue sweater I made him the other day, and Alisha sent me pictures. And he looks so cute in it. And it definitely brings out his blue eyes. So there's little man, guys. He was watching TV.
He looks just like his
And it
sister
fit
now
really
that
well.
he's getting hair.
So you can see how it fit on him.
He's getting so big.
And their sister. So yeah.
Oh my.
He is already, yeah, right? So he was already wearing the sweater. So I told her, I was like, well, I have another one done.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to show it on the podcast first. And this one's going to be even like, make his blue eyes pop even
really
more.
pop, yeah.
So I will see them on Tuesday. I have to babysit. So I will bring that over then. So I will leave that sitting out. Okay. What else do I have? Ooh, ooh. Oh, okay. Here. I diamond painted
You finished some more?
2 more.
Oh, okay.
So I did that one. And I did that one. So if you missed me talking about these before, this was a kit from Amazon. And they call them ornaments. I mean, it's just cardboard. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to use them for name tags at Christmas. I'll just write on the back here and attach to gifts.
It's cute.
To just kind of fancy them up, because I don't do ribbons and bows and all that jazz. Nope, not this girl. Then... I don't know. Oh, okay. No, I do remember what this is.
It's like a surprise in every bag.
It is. I don't. And I'm the same way with the whips. I'm like, oh, what is this? So this was a couple skeins of yarn. So I have a ton of this left. So I'll probably actually make another pair of these. It was a December a December sock club. And I held the two together to make another pair of Point Edwards knits. So that's why I said I have, since it's 2 full skeins, I have tons of it left.
There you go. You Point Edwards.
Point Edwards.
So how many rows of the... Oh, and this is going to be sturdy too. Of the ribbing on a thumb do you do?
I don't have my pattern with me right now. It's out on the couch, so ask me when we get out there.
Looks like about 7 or 8.
8.
8?
Yes, 8. Yeah, because I do not like the fold down. Now, these are a little snugger because the yarn is a little hardier. Mm-hmm. So it does snug them up, but they stretch out very quickly. So, and I'm liking the hardy yarn for Wendy.
Yeah.
So this will go
She'll
with
get a lot
other
of use
ones.
out of those.
Yeah. So got those, and I have a ton left over in the bag, so I will put that up on my cutting table, make sure I do another pair, and that pair will probably just get thrown into the gift bin. So there's that. I think that might be it. That is it. See, I didn't have that much this time.
Yeah.
All right, you want to, we'll go ahead and do our 1 coupon code.
Yeah.
Sorry guys. For Amanda Ray Cole on Ravelry, if you use code KFB19, you will receive 20% off her patterns in the Ravelry shop. Alright. And we do have a giveaway this time, but we'll wait until after we do the whips to announce the winner for that.
Cool.
You want to share some whips?
Sure. Let's see. Let's start with this. So I actually made forward progress with this, guys, instead of going backwards, which I'm quite impressed with myself.
I don't know why you gotta be overachieving, Karen.
Apparently, I just do. And this is called the Secret Handshake by Casapinka. It's a cowl. It was an M cowl. And we are using, or she's done with hers, Cherry Pie Halloween Advent that we split. And if you recall, I had really screwed it up. I don't even have I was at the ribbing because so I finished the first section and started the second. I really like how that section turned out. Even with the variegated, that looks really pretty.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
Creates a lot of interest that each section is different.
So I know I will have
Oh, a ton.
plenty of yarn left over, so
Yeah.
we'll have to figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah, I have mine in a bag sitting over there. I saw it, and I was like, oh, I gotta wait for Karen to catch up, and we'll figure out something. I guess I could start looking into something for us, though.
So I'm going to try to, each time at least do like a section. So I will get done with it before 6 months later.
Alrighty. All right. This is a new cast on. So I'm making another sweater for little man. It is a free pattern through the Madeline Tosh website. Baby raglan top. It uses DK weight.
Okay, give me that. Can I just show you guys? I'm not for sure how she keeps track by her hash marks. And what I'm wondering is,
Raise it up a little too.
how do you know which hash marks are from this time that you're doing it?
Oh, I know. I use different. Do you not notice pink ink?
So now
Black
this
ink.
So now this time is the pink ink. Is that what you're doing this time? Is the pink?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, to each their own, right?
Yeah.
So I'm using yarn that I showed last time that I got in my Goodwill haul. The
This will be neat.
Premier DK colors.
I really wanted to
I don't
see
know
how
if it
this
has.
Is it a number or
Yeah, it's just oh nope, it's called Sunshine.
sunshine?
So I'm using the Yarn Cozy from Megan, which is one of the we're giving away a set this time. So there's that. Well, I gotta take my I didn't have the right size, so I figured that was gonna be quite the. Now this is hard to show because I am on a 16-inch cord because I like all my stitches really close together. But there's the start.
Oh, I like that.
And I don't know if you guys can see, but so it starts with the yellow, but in both of the gray sections, there's specks of yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it is really soft.
Yeah, there are in there. But it's almost like you planned it out. I mean, like to have the
Now,
collar in the yellow.
here's the only thing.
Yeah.
Because it blocks, it's basically doing blocks of stripes. I'm hoping I have enough in the first skein to finish out the sweater.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'm going to put stitches on hold. Because to do the sleeves, I'm going to have to work from both of these skeins
Ew.
so they match.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Which I'm going to have a ton left over.
Well, you're going to figure it out anyways, because I'm sure what you'll do is if you have to do, even with the one, I'm sure you will count how many rows you do in the one color.
Yeah, it's not the colors aren't
Really
really
hard.
they're not really repeated.
Yeah.
That's the issue where I would have to use
have
the
fun
two.
with that.
Well, and it's fine if I don't make it all the way to the bottom with this one.
Uh-huh.
Then
You might.
I do the arms DPN anyway, so I can just leave this in there. I'll switch to the arms, do both of the arms,
Uh-huh.
and then I can switch back to here because then it doesn't matter. I can use whatever yarn.
Yeah.
So that's my plan. I mean, there's quite a bit in there still, and it is DK weight, so it does, knit up fairly quickly. So yeah, this was a new cast on this week.
Mm-hmm.
And I am really happy with how it's turning out. So I can't wait to see it finished.
Yeah, that'll be cute.
Way to use that Goodwill haul, huh?
Yep.
Oh, and I was told by somebody else that... I can't remember if she said it was the Mandela or the Corian. One of the other ones that I got, she knits sweaters out of. And she said they came out beautiful.
Oh, cool.
So that was really good to know. Oops, might want to put my pattern back in.
Okay. This will have the... Okay.
Get yourself situated there?
Yeah. Oh, shoot. What's this? Is this it?
She thought she was.
Oh. Well. Oh, I bet you it's in my purse. Just a second.
I mean, you did show it last time anyway,
Yeah.
so if you can't find it.
It's in my Ravelry.
Were you seriously signed out of your Ravelry? You don't keep it signed in? I keep it signed
I normally
in
do,
on my
but
phone.
I'm like, every once in a
There's
while
too many
it kicks me
passwords
out.
to remember.
And this might be one of those times where I'm like,
They can always refer to the last episode.
Oh, last episode it's going to be.
Okay, so the name of the socks, we're sorry. We'll be on the last episode if you're really...
I know it's a free pattern, but it was on the last episode.
Or if you don't want to go back
Many
and watch,
episodes I've done this.
if they really want to know, they can leave a comment and ask us below.
We'll look it up. Okay. So I know this yarn was by Skyly Knits. She does not do dyeing anymore, but she had gifted it to me, so I know it's a handmade. But yeah, I'm done, like literally
Yeah. Like you were almost there.
Yeah, I mean, I finished it at the hospital.
We can call that a hoe.
Yeah, that's why I said I have
It's a hoe because you only have the other one to do.
Because all I had to do is, try it on, make it sure it actually fits. Because this is a different toe than I'm normally. I did the toe. I did everything to pattern. I stitched 64 stitches, and then on my size 1s, which I normally use 1s and 64. And so it's her rounded toe, which is really, it gives a little detail there.
Mm-hmm. It's really pretty.
Yep. So that's the only thing I really needed. And plus I didn't have, scissors and a needle in my purse.
Seriously?
To be able to finish it off. Yeah, seriously.
I am never
I was like,
without.
I had taken it out and I was like, gosh, dang it. Because I could have had the other sock started.
So not
So I
only
had to
do
come up with another plan.
not only do I not always have a kit in my bag, I have left a kit in Brett's center console. In case for some reason I go somewhere without my bag, which never happens. But
Well, you know what I need for my birthday then? Apparently I need several little kits to put in my car
I need to do that.
and put in my purse.
And I also have a sock ruler in his car.
To you.
I do. So I'm
You're all
covered.
prepared.
All right, so
yeah.
I know what I need to do for Karen. I need to make her a bunch of kits.
Yeah.
She can stash it in the car. That way she always knows. She can have them in all her bags. All right. Good birthday ideas. All right, this one's on top, so I'll go ahead and go here. This is also a new cast on. I mean, yeah. All right, the yarn is Miss Babs. It's, what is it? Okay, I hate this type of cursive. Mountain Morning, right? I think that's awful to read.
Yeah, Mountain Morning.
Okay. Don't you think that's kind of hard to read?
SSK 2018.
So this is what it looks like.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Laura sent me this one.
Okay.
And I just started these because we went out for dinner. And, I can't go out for dinner unless I have. So I started these while I was out for dinner. So I didn't get too far, but I was really uncomfortable. I'll just say this restaurant, he's been wanting to try it because they have on Sundays a loaded Bloody Mary special. I'm like, okay, yeah, well, been there now, don't need to go back.
Don't want to go back.
They don't have normal chairs, it's stools. Which kill my back. And not only kill my back, it kills my neck. I ordered a steak sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
They're apart. Like, it was tough. Like, my teeth hurt when I was done eating what I could.
What?
My $8 GFS steak that I make myself at home was like 10 times better.
Wow.
Which is fine. I mean, you don't know until you try. And they didn't have a very big menu, so I was very limited as to what I could order. They had burgers, but I'm really funny about my burgers. So I was a little afraid, to do that.
So you're funny about your burgers, but you're willing to try a steak sandwich.
I know, right? I don't know. Okay, well, and here's my thing with the steak sandwich. So it literally was the steak on like a hoagie, which the bread was really good. So it was a steak on bread. That's it. If you wanted onions, you paid more. If you wanted peppers, you paid more. If you wanted cheese, you paid more. If you wanted mushrooms, you paid more. There was no sauce or anything on it. It was just a steak.
You might as well just put it on a plate.
On butt, right? So it was a little odd.
Yeah, I know of a place that does it too.
And like, I'm used to, like, if I go to Happy Pig, their steak sandwich has like a Cajun mayo on it. It has, I get the one that has the egg on it.
Oh, yeah.
The 2 O'Reilly's eggs on it. There's avocados on it. There's stuff other than just the meat.
Yeah.
Like, I like meat. Don't get me. And had the steak been really good, I probably wouldn't have minded at all.
Yeah.
But, so there.
Is that up north?
Mantino, Copeland's.
Oh. Yeah.
Which, no. I won't go again. I'm fine.
Well, the other day I
Bloody
had
Mary they brought him out was not loaded. It literally had like 2 items on it. And I'm looking at it and like, boy, that doesn't look like the picture.
Yeah.
So when he ordered a second one, they said that there was a shift change, and she's like, boy, this one's loaded. And it was actually loaded with a lot of stuff. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's more, I don't know.
Well, they should be consistent across whoever
Right?
makes it, especially if they're advertising that it's loaded.
Yeah.
And they have a picture.
Yeah. So for the fact that they only had like basically stools that you sat on, their food would have needed to be
a heck of a lot better for you to go back.
Really good for me to go back, because I need a normal chair.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
It was dinner though.
Okay. So.
Oh, look at you go.
Yeah. I'm actually.
Oh, I didn't move up.
Not that far away. This is our Halloween from Night Owl. It was called Spooky Fun from 2021. From Night Owl Fibers. Ooh. Okay. It's not wanting to focus.
That is odd. Because normally.
Yeah. Sorry. But you can't get it anyways because it was for her 2021, but yeah. So not too far and I'll be at the heel. I think probably another 2 stripes and I'll be starting to heal.
I have our other yarn still caked up. I need to spray down or decide if I need to re-skein it and wash it. That way, or the Christmas one, that way we can knit that. All right. Next item. Oh no, that's fine. I didn't think I had the name of it, because this is the one I'm doing. It was a knit along. It is no longer. By Casa Pinka, called Pinions, I guess. And it's the poncho that I'm doing for Alisha. And like I said, I'm just here and there working on this, so... Ooh. Well, I can't get that. So you'll never probably see that much progress. I'm trying to find my progress mark. Okay. Yeah, so really, I was here.
I was going to say, you added that next color?
Yeah, I added the next color, basically. But, I mean, it's coming along, and I think it's really pretty. I like all the different things going on. I like all the different colors, which I know Alisha will also love. So, yeah. But, like I said, I'm not in a huge hurry. Whenever this gets done, it'll get done, and she'll get it. It's not like she's a fast knitter.
You're mean.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was at their house the other day, and because we went over there to bring the baby something, and Alisha was actually going out of town for the weekend with her job, so Phil was going to be there, and he had on his, we call them the 3-year socks, because it took her 3 years to fit them. So he's been wearing them, and we went to a concert this week, Phil and I, and we're out walking around, and he's like, oh, it's cold. And next thing I know, he whips, he goes into his pocket, he whips out one of the hats I gave him for Christmas, and he was wearing one of the hats. That kid is knit worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
What else you got?
Okay, so here's into my other things that was. Okay. I think either I picked these up or you picked these up.
I think I picked these up at Goodwill for you.
Yep, at Goodwill. Okay, so this is funny because this kit says it contains yada 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 to make. I think it says on here to make 2 of these. Yeah. Kit contains material to complete 2 of these little gingerbread man ornaments, right? So I pull this out the hospital. I'm like, oh, okay. It's got the needle, it's got the thread, it's got everything. But I have 5. Count you 5 of these. And I'm like,
well, are those even
interesting?
Big enough squares to cut the stocking out?
Barely.
Okay.
This one here, it's like so my plan is to pull some DMC to finish and do all 5 as actual, and see if I have a friend that has extra material. I don't know who that might be, but some red or green, to back it to actually make the stocking.
Look, I just got green. Sitting right behind you.
So my first one, he's practically done. No, this is the one. He's in progress. I have everything except there's a darker brown and then of course back stitching around him. This one I thought was done. I did the actual brown, but there's back stitching that goes around him. So he's pretty much, he's the one that really, so this is pretty much what it'll look like, except without the back stitching. So these are cute little, the only problem is because the pieces of material are so small,
can't really put
you're holding it like this,
Yeah.
which I don't necessarily but then my finger starts to cramp as I'm holding it, because I just don't have anything that's like really small enough to put this in.
What? I have a,
because like these are pretty tiny.
I have a package or 2 of different Ada cloths up there. We should look and see if it's similar, and you can have it so you have it on a bigger piece.
Yeah. So I was like, that was fun, and it's easy. I can carry it in the purse, and that's what this one. So I did that.
These will be the DK socks. And I'm sticking with the same pattern, which is free. The wide rib DK weight socks. I knit the pattern exactly as it is written.
What size needle do you use on those?
It'll be easier to look on here than look at my needles, so no, it won't be. It says US 2.5 or US 3. Yeah, I'll never be able to tell you what I'm using. Wait,
You think you're using
I can tell you. I am using a US 3.
Okay. Okay. And are you using the number of stitches the pattern calls for, or you're going smaller because your feet are so skinny?
So, they have 3 sizes, and I went by what the cast on was, so it was cast on either 40, 48, or 56. Well, I normally cast on 48 for mine in fingering, so I stuck with the 48, and it works good.
Oh, okay.
It worked out perfect, because I have a few pairs of these already I knit. And then the yarn I'm using this time is another one that my sister sent me from SSK Yarners. And this one's called Spring Butterfly. And I've just divided it in half, and I'm holding it double for the DK because it is sock yarn.
Mm-hmm.
And I matched up the colors and all that stuff. I know it's going to look kind of funky because it's on the needles, but yeah, that's what I got so far.
And you do that one 2 pattern, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
2 pattern. Yep.
Okay.
I sure do. Did not weigh it. No,
So
I
I
don't
don't remember if you did the heel the way.
I do the heel the way they said. On the leg, they say on here to do 20 rounds. I'm only doing 15.
Okay.
Because 20 was just too much for me.
Yeah.
So I've actually kind of crossed it out and changed it on my pattern so I remember. So yeah, I only do the 15 rounds instead of 20, which isn't a big difference.
No.
But it's just enough that it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
They come up high enough in the winter where they're up under my joggers when I go out to shovel snow, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
I don't need them any taller than that. So, yeah.
Now, I know I have some yarn from Jenny from Cherry Pie Cottage that is sock DK yarn. It's just sitting there calling my name.
Oh, you should definitely. You'll
yeah.
enjoy this pattern.
Yeah,
it's a nice pattern.
Pick that up.
I think this is what, my 3rd or 4th pair of them. So, and they're really comfy.
Yeah.
So
I wear my socks anyways, but yeah.
Do you have something else?
But I'm impressed that you've actually, because you're not a huge, because you get hot when you wear stuff around your neck. So
I wear my fingerless
and you wear your
mitts a lot.
fingerless mitts. You do that. Okay, so here's the other one that I.
Did this have the little squares too?
Yes, little squares.
I'm thinking that's how the kit is because
Now this one only came with 4. So the idea is that you take the other
for backing.
for the backing, but they're not big enough to really do what you want to do if you want any kind of seam or edge.
I have some like really cute Christmas fabric too, like red with like white smoke. Nothing fancy, but it would. It
doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
It's just like something you would normally use on the inside of a bag. I mean, nothing.
Yeah, that won't be a problem at all. I have a whole section of Christmas over in my.
So yeah, cube. This one, I'm almost done with it. It looks like I just have the red up top, and then the red on the red and green on the bottom, and then back stitching. And that's the first one that's done. So yeah, there was only 4 in here. But yeah. This is great because it just tucks right in my little, and I got this huge purse now and it goes.
Okay. Up next, I worked on my crochet blanket a little bit. I actually did more than what I thought I was going to do. So I was where the progress keeper is.
Yeah.
So I did all that. And remember, guys, it's long. But isn't it looking pretty?
Mm-hmm.
Glad you said this, because this one's probably going to be on your couch. I plan at some point to do one for each of the couches. So, but yeah, I was like, I went through a lot of the colors already, and I had some colors that I have like just little bits, which I tend to be doing those right now before the ones where I have like more of, because I just feel like I'm getting more progress done.
Yeah.
But I did this the one night to give my hands a rest from knitting.
Yeah.
Although this creates a pain on my thumb in a different area. Go figure, right?
Yeah.
So, there's that. Did I just zip yarn in there? Sure I did.
Okay.
Oh boy. I think my pile's going to fall.
It's very precarious.
It's scary over here,
So you
folks.
hear something crash.
I might have to start setting stuff on the floor.
Okay, this is a temperature cross stitch. Essentially, every day you stitch a color based on the temperature high for your area. And you do it for the whole year.
So she went back to January.
I went back to January 1st and started with January and actually finished all of January since we've last. So I've begun
February.
Actually, yeah. I think I got February 1st done. And I got this on Etsy from Apricot Polka Dot Apricot Polka Dot. And she also has a .com. All one word. Pay for pattern. So, based on our lovely cold temperatures, it's very purple and blue. It'll be interesting once we jump up to like 50 degrees what the colors will look like. So,
well, we're there. You just got to catch up.
Yeah. So I actually had to put a little stitch at top to remember where the top of it is.
Oh,
because it goes around kind of like a log cabin in terms of coming down here, and so, at some points you're like, oh, where am I? So, and it's just I think I got 14 count 8 o'clock just at like Michael's on their white for that one. Yep, that's how much progress I made.
Okay. Okay, these would be New Point Edwards mitts. The yarn is Shell Reel, maybe? Is that who it is? Hold on. Well, it might be.
It doesn't look like
no,
Shell Reel Studio.
What is it? Piraten wool?
Yeah, Piraten wool.
I don't know where I got this from.
Maybe it was
from
gifted
Laura?
to you?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm not even seeing a colorway.
Let's see. Miss Blind. Although I'm
No,
not much better.
Don't see a
because
colorway.
neither one of us can see.
It's a sock weight yarn, and I'm holding it double for the Point Edwards mitts. And I basically just got the first cuff done.
Yeah, it doesn't really say.
And this is another nice hardy one.
Oh, yeah.
See, I have this theme right now for Wendy's
So
knits.
what does the yarn look like without being, because you're holding it double?
I'm holding it double, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So, another Point Edwards.
It's interesting how you've run across several that when you want to go double them, that's going to be very hardy.
It was hardy before. I felt...
Did you pick it out?
Yeah.
For that reason? Yeah, you can tell it's a little
I went in my stash and I picked it out on purpose.
Yeah, because this is a 75-25.
That way, hopefully, she doesn't tear them up as quickly.
So you're not having any problems with this?
No.
Interesting. It says it's 75% wool, 25% polymod.
75-25. It's super wash.
Could be.
It has to be.
It has to be.
Because otherwise I would be having reactions to it. So. And normally if it's like that, it is. The 75-25 is usually. Yeah. Because otherwise it's 100 and. You know where I'm going with that. I had a thought and I was going to say something and now I completely lost my train of thought.
Go grab it.
I don't know. Maybe it'll come back to me. Okay. You got more? She's laughing at my pile over here.
I'm waiting for it all to come tumbling down at her. Originally I wasn't going to show this, but I worked quite a bit on this. So...
should I make an announcement?
Yeah. Somebody needs to, turn her head.
Lena, I know you're watching. Fast forward, 5 minutes, just to be on the safe side, okay? Thank you.
created the whole auction, organized it, mailed everything out, took all the pictures, figured out where to put up. She did a lot for us. So here's the picture. It is a pay-for pattern. Cross stitch with art. And I'm doing this also in 14 count Aida. And I'm working on the flowers. So yeah, I did a lot on this. I was like addicted. I'm like, oh, this is... I'm like, yeah, I need to knit. No, I'm going to keep doing it. That's that.
I did
okay, Lena, you can look.
Oh, yeah. I did work on my Blue Rose diamond painting, but I didn't bring it in here. So that was another.
It's looking really pretty out there.
Yeah, it's definitely made progress.
Was that the last one you were going to do of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Then I'm ready for Brett to do his thing as far as measuring, figuring out frames, and all that stuff. All right, so the next one is also a new cast on. Saying that a lot this time. Now, I have knit this before when Peanut was younger. It's called the Kelsey Dress. I did not print the main page, but I can show you. And I did not print it in color. Do you remember me doing that?
Yes.
I did a couple of them, and it looks so stinking cute on her.
Yeah.
So I discovered that this goes all the way up to maybe 6 years of age.
Oh, okay.
So I went ahead and I'm doing the 4-year-old.
Okay.
Because she's tall.
Yeah.
And the thing that I liked about this pattern was if it's longer, they can wear it with leggings. And then if it's shorter, they can just wear it like with jeans or whatever.
As a top, yeah.
As a top. So when I made one of these, she had it forever.
Yeah.
So the yarn I'm using is Miss Babs Yowza. Autumn Toad Lily.
Oh, that's going to be pretty on her. I like that color.
Figured it was time to make her something because I'm sure she's probably outgrown.
It's been a little while since she.
Plus, I've been cranking out Little Man. So yet again, it's on a 16-inch cord. So I mean, kind of that's the top of it. And then I just started. I've got I think one round of. It's so hard to show when it's on. I should have taken it and put it on. One yarn. No. I think I got 2 rounds of lace. So basically I'm just repeating the lace now till I get to the bottom. So, and this was a new cast on.
Yeah.
So I got pretty far on that as well. When I'm using my 16-inch with that many stitches on it, I tend to use something to keep. I don't want to be dropping them all off. And this was another yarn that Laura had sent me, so. All right, got anything else?
Nope, that was the last of my.
All right,
kits.
I have one more, which also kind of leads into acquisitions. I started another dishcloth.
Wait a minute, did you say acquisitions?
Yep. Signatures.
Didn't you just... Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say more cotton yarn. I was like, holy cow.
The needles.
Okay.
So my friend gifted me a pair of the signature single points that I've been wanting to be doing dishcloths with.
Yeah.
So I had to try them out this week, hence dishcloths.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm quite enjoying them. They're fancy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, start another one. Because as we discovered, I have a
Lot of cotton.
yes. So, there's that. Alrighty. I have one other acquisition. Because I had to. It's from Simply Serving.
Oh, you've been getting a few things from
I
them.
know. You'll understand it, though, when I show you. You, of all people, will understand for sure. Sometimes these nails do not... Oh, let's talk about these nails. Are these not fabulous?
Yeah. That is like sparkling, like...
Look at that.
Yeah, we haven't talked about your nails lately.
Oh,
those are like, yeah.
And the funny part was, I got them done the day me and Phil went to the Daughtry concert.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew, like, the logo for, like, Dearly Beloved, which is the tour, was, and I don't request my nails, this just kind of happened, was pink and blue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we got there, like, for the one song, like, all their lighting, like, it matched my nails. It was like we planned it. Okay, I am, of course, going to change the finding on this because, well, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you see why I got it?
Yeah.
Enough said, right?
Yeah.
I like naughty things. There you go.
And it's got roses on it.
Roses on it. So it's perfect. I like roses and I like naughty things. I saw it on Instagram and
Had to have it.
I had to have it. Yep. I'm going to set it up there. Alrighty. That's all I have. I did not acquire anything else. So that's not bad. That's all I purchased this time.
Wow.
And I was looking at my book of projects that I finished.
Mm-hmm.
And I also keep track of, like, you know, my yarn I've used, what yarn I've purchased. I have only purchased one skein of yarn this year.
We're in March.
That's pretty freaking good. Do you know how I used to buy yarn? Would you work with me here?
Okay.
Look at all my holes in my cubbies.
Yeah, you're getting through it.
I am. Not. Guys. My cubbies. Oh my goodness, my cubbies. I wonder if I can get a picture from where I'm sitting. Let's see. It might not be the best picture, but let me get you. You're going to see, I have stuff piled up in front of it because we're podcasting, so excuse my mess. It doesn't normally look like that. Yeah, that actually depicts it pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, that's what we look at when we're podcasting.
Yeah, that's my distraction. When you see me look over there, that's what I'm looking at.
But it used to be all of these cubbies literally were stuffed with yarn, and I'd push them down and stuff more in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you're starting to see
Gaps.
like gaps.
Especially like this third one down there. Like right here.
That's all of Laura's yarn that she dyed.
Wow.
Yeah, and sent me. So I am making progress.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I don't think so.
And you knit pretty fast.
Yes.
You go through quite a bit.
I do.
Really
yes,
quick.
I do. Especially, too, when you're figuring, like, the mitts and stuff. That's, you know.
Your mitts and socks alone, you go through quite a bit.
Well, and that's what I'm liking, like, the DK socks and the DK mitts. If I hold the fingering double, like, it wipes out that skein.
Yeah.
So it's a good use of, because most of my stash is fingering weight.
Mm-hmm.
I do have, well, I see one cubby that's DK, which actually has my sweaters quantity in, well, 2 sweater quantities I see.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do have one that's a little bit of worsted and sport weight.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else over there is fingering.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you have any acquisitions?
No.
Okay. That makes that easy.
Mm-hmm. I did, but I would have to get into my...
Why have I not put any of my
Gravel.
patterns back in the bags?
Oh.
How do they end up sitting next to me? Oh boy.
Such a project.
Okay. This ain't happening. It's gonna fall. I'm now on to 2 shelves on a cart next to me because yeah.
That's funny.
Okay. Oh, I was getting ready. I saw these needles. I forgot I had this project on my lap. I was getting ready to go, and where'd these needles come from?
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. No, it's not a Ravelry. I take that back.
What?
I did support some cross stitch.
Oh, you bought some patterns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see here. Makers in the Ukraine. I brought several from Stitchy Princess. Oh, you would do that. No.
Did you buy them on Etsy?
Yeah.
Go to your Etsy app and then hit the U button. Okay, hit U, then hit purchases.
There we go. And I bought these all like to kind of go together. This is the first one.
I'm a professional Etsy shopper, guys.
And then
click on it. There you
there
go.
you go. That's the second one.
Tap first.
And this is the third one.
Very
So yeah,
nice.
those will be all ready to go kind of together. Either even if I stitch them separately, I can put the three together on the wall. So yeah, I did that.
So she did have acquisitions.
Yes, I did have acquisitions. Those I can do. They're not. I mean, she even had a sale going on, which I was surprised
nice.
at. But it was nice to support some. It's been fun to watch some different podcasts. I think somebody had suggested the Sunshine Stitchers, possibly. If not, yes, I watched them.
Yeah, I think somebody did.
911 Stitcher is another another floss tube. They call them floss tubes that I started watching, and this cereal, Brenda and the cereal starter.
Okay.
These two they crack me up. So yeah, I've been getting into some different. They've definitely. I have a list. I now have a pad of paper. And of course, several of the items that I have listed are Halloween.
Go figure.
So,
Go figure.
yeah. Yep.
Okay, so let me go to my notes here. Suppose we should announce the winner of the yarn cozies, huh?
Yeah.
And let me show you one more time. My friend Matt. Oh, hold on. This is stunning.
Ooh.
Guys, look at this. First thing I see when I pull up my Instagram. That's really pretty. Oh, Alisha posted something. She's at a dance competition. Well, as a teacher, not as a dancer. Phew.
Squirrel.
All right, so my friend that made these, Megan, is Crafty is Meg76 on Instagram. Oops, why did I just do that? And her Etsy store is the Cajun Crafter. I'm going to pull it up here to show you guys. And she has some of these in there. So, the Cajun Crafter on Etsy. But we did pull a winner from the YouTube comments. The winner is
Sabrina Grant.
So, congratulations, Sabrina Grant. If you can get hold of me on the Knit for Brains Instagram, just send me a message with your full mailing address. I will get those sent out. Alrighty, cool. Till then, I'm going to put them right there. Okay. I closed my book. Alright, looks like... Oh, I did try one other thing this week, and it did not work.
Oh.
And I did just, it was kind of at the end, I don't know why I even got it out. Like, I was doing so many other things, but I was like, oh, let me try this. I got out my e-spinner.
Oh, okay.
And I'm having issues with it taking up the words. The fiber.
The fiber.
The fiber. And I know what the issue is. It's just I need to just plan a good chunk of time to play with it because it has to do with how you set the tension, which is kind of a pain because it's like this little strap thing. I mean, I've watched enough videos that I know what I'm doing wrong. I just need to correct it. But yeah, that's as far as I got. It was, I had to get it set up, got it set out, got it out, got it set up, took down some fiber, grabbed the wrong fiber because I did not grab fiber that was superwash. So this is why I did not continue to play with it because by this time I had to go and take Benadryl. Because I do actually have some fiber that is superwash, which is what I need to be using.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't get that far on it because I was so flared up at that point that I was just like, okay, that's it for the day.
Yeah.
You got it all figured out on how to, attach everything, get everything going. It's just a matter of figuring out the correct thing for the tension and then, drafting and getting it to actually take up.
Yeah. You need to do it when you have time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I had time, but I didn't have time because I was so flared up at this point in time.
Yeah.
So there's that. But, I mean, I feel like I got a step closer to it because it's only been sitting there for how long? I have two of them, actually. The first one I never even used, the original spinner. And it's still sitting there. And then I got the second one. Because it was just neater looking.
Yeah.
And never used that one. So, and that was like one of those things where when I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to work outside the home anymore. Well, maybe I can do some of these projects now that have been, which I have done.
You have.
A lot of different projects and stuff that have been put off for so long. So, but yeah, I'll try it again. And if I'm still having issues, I do know somebody that I can actually FaceTime for a little bit of help. So
yeah.
All right. So that was my fail for the week.
Now, when you set that up, do you have to set that up on the kitchen table then?
No.
No?
I had it actually right on my sewing table.
Yeah.
Because I had an empty plug down below. So yeah.
Cool.
It's portable. You can bring it anywhere. There's actually, you can get a USB battery pack for it, and people take it like on vacations and stuff.
Wow.
I've read about people doing it on airplanes and yeah.
Okay.
I was like, oh, all right. And I don't think I'd get that into it. It was just one of those things that, okay, I want to try that. I tried drop spindle. Let me try this. And yeah. And I never just... normal people probably would have stopped at the first one that, they never used to begin with. But then, when another one came out, I'm like, ooh, I need to have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, so TV watching. That's where we're at now. Regular TV. Legacy and Charmed start again. And Charmed had been so long that I started it. And I'm like, wait, what? Where's the third sister? What happened? What? I had to pause it, pull it up on, I Googled about Charmed and, last season or whatever, and I had to read a whole freaking review about it because I didn't remember any of it.
Wow.
Like, not a stitch of it. Huh. I was just like, okay. So I did get caught up in that. Still watching Castle. FBI Most Wanted. So I watched it and I was... Okay, so we knew it was coming. Very disappointed in how it was done.
Completely.
And so...
both of us.
I texted Karen, and I'm like, okay, you need to watch FBI Most Wanted.
Yeah.
And I knew she hadn't watched it because I knew I'd get a text.
Yeah.
And then I knew when...
I had actually finished it the night before at like 1 o'clock or 1 o'clock, and I was like, no, I'm not going to, because she could be asleep.
Oh, you know what? You can text anytime because half the time I'm awake. And even if I'm not awake, my phone's on vibrate. It doesn't wake me.
I was like, I did not sleep well. I thought that was... So
they got rid of our favorite. They got rid of our favorite character,
which we knew was going to happen.
We talked about it previously, and it was the guy that basically makes the show. He is the show, as far as I'm concerned. And they're replacing him with a guy that I don't like.
You don't care for him as an actor?
No, I don't like him at all. Because I don't like him on the one he's on now, the Law and Order.
Oh, okay.
I don't like him on there. And now I'm watching him on Law and Order. And then all of a sudden he's going to be gone from there because he just left. And then he's going to show up over here. That's just confusing for my little brain. Like, I'm still going to be
like
thinking
there's no
about...
space of time. Between,
right. Yeah, I'm just going to be thinking about...
Well,
God,
let's see how long it takes
here.
for them to actually introduce him into the story. I mean,
I'd be fine if they don't. I like that guy. He needed to stay. But at any rate, they did it so poorly.
Well, with getting rid of him, aren't they going to have to get rid of his
whole
daughter,
family?
his whole family?
His live-in.
Live-in?
Yeah, I don't know what else to
I don't know if...
his dad.
Yeah, his dad. I mean, you lose that whole story plot.
Yeah. No, it's not going to be the same.
No.
It's not. I wonder how long I will stick with it. We'll see.
We'll see.
Depends on the changes. I'm very disappointed in how they took him out because it was done so poorly. It should have been a very sentimental. It should have been a very sad.
Should have been drawn out.
It should have been detailed. Not like drawn out, but it should have been given proper attention. Whereas they just kind of like, oh yeah, he died. On to the next thing.
Yeah.
Really? That's what you give that man after being on that show for that many years?
Yeah.
No. We'll see what happens on the night.
And being the lead in the show.
Yes.
Not even being, a backup in terms of being the main story of the show for most of the time.
We'll see what happens, like I said to Karen, on the next episode, if it's even mentioned again, or how they play this. I mean, they might, maybe they'll do right on the next episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Other than that, I haven't watched anything special. Still reading. I've been reading James Patterson, The Black Book. It's really good. Still having a feeling like, did I read this? This is what I do. I probably, to like the last 10 pages, I'll probably still be going, did I read this? And then I'll be like, I did read it.
You're funny.
I mean, am I concerned enough yet at this point that I have already read it? Not concerned enough that I'm not going to finish it. Because if I read it, I don't remember it. It just seems very familiar to me. But it's not like, oh yeah, I remember this and this and this and this happened.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What have you been watching?
Obviously, FBI Most Wanted, which went into FBI International.
I haven't watched that one yet.
I'm on a fence on that one. Of all the spin-offs from the original FBI Most Wanted is my favorite.
Yeah. Well, and I do like FBI because I like the main guy in there. He used to be on, help me.
Law and Order.
Law and Order, yes.
Yeah. Jubal,
okay.
one who plays Jubal, yeah.
Let's talk about the original Law and Order that came back. Did you watch it?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I didn't think it was too bad.
I didn't like it.
We'll see how it goes.
I don't know if I
care for the lawyer.
Okay, here's the funny thing. Jeff, what's his name? Why can't I remember his name?
Don't ask me. I'm horrible.
Okay, I saved it because I knew we would discuss this. Jeff Donovan. He was in Burn Notice. Loved him in Burn Notice. I hate him in this. Okay. It is just coming across to me as, I'm sorry, this is just my opinion, poorly acted, very cheesy and fake. He is the reason I cannot enjoy it. I don't like him at all. I loved him in, it was Burn Notice, right? Yeah, because he played Michael Weston in Burn Notice. Loved him in Burn Notice. I can't stand him in this. He's ruined the whole entire thing for me. Like, the minute he comes onto the scene, I'm just like, oh. I don't like them,
Tell us
guys.
how you feel.
I don't.
Yeah. I'm still watching my Law and Order Criminal Intent. Loving every. I think I'm pretty close to the end of season 2.
No.
Yeah, I'm making pretty good progress on that. What else? Tournament of Champions with Guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up on that one.
You've been spring baking?
Spring baking.
Okay, now it's not Jesse.
I don't know if I care for it now.
Because Jesse's not on it. Well, Jesse was on The Bachelor. He's hosting The Bachelor now. Well, did it just finish? No, he hasn't picked. There's one more week. He's hosting The Bachelor. That's why he's not on spring baking. I don't care for the lady that's doing it. I don't remember her name. It's just not the same. We don't deal with change very well. That's the whole point of this conversation, guys. That's the conclusion I've came to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're getting as bad as me.
Apparently you're rubbing off. That's pretty much, that's been most of my... Have you caught up
on SWAT? They've had some new ones.
I have yet to go back and start. I need to really start that, and I don't know that anywhere has it from the beginning.
Oh, I'll research and find out for you.
Yeah. Because I really need to, I want to watch it from the beginning.
I know there is.
Because
I just have to look.
It's been a while since I've watched that. And then Chuck and I watch Oak Island.
Never heard of it.
Okay, it's on the History Channel. You wouldn't watch it.
No, I don't do history at all.
And it's so hilarious because, usually those shows I have no interest in whatsoever. Because he's a big, huge, ancient alien and Bigfoot fan. Mm. And I'm like, really? But I've been really into this Oak Island thing, with him. So that's been fun to watch that with him. But we caught up on all our recordings and we're up to date. So now we're at the point where we have to wait for the next episode to come out.
I am not up to date on my regular TV watching. Mm-hmm. I caught up on the Law and Order's Legacy, blah, 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 blah. I had 12 Days of Our Lives. Okay, well, I'm very irritated.
Are we beyond the stupid story now?
No. Let me just tell you.
It's still going on?
Let me just tell you guys. I thought we were through it. I'm like, oh, okay. They're doing a exorcism on Marlena. Oh, so the devil's going to be gone. We'll be done with it. The devil jumped into her grandson.
To somebody else.
Yes. So now we're starting all over again. So I know I can catch up very quickly on that because I'm going to fast forward through anything that has him in it. Just because I don't care.
Oh, that's funny.
Castle, I am on season 6.
Okay.
I believe there's 8. So I'm getting there. Looking forward to finishing that. That way I can start Profiler. Mm-hmm. And then I'll start passing those on to you. Trying to think if there's anything else. I haven't done a whole lot. I've sewn. I've knit.
Well, and you guys can see I've done a lot of cross stitching.
As I said earlier, me and Phil, Alisha's husband, went to see Daughtry in concert. Mm-hmm. That was
long awaited.
Yes, long awaited. Mm-hmm. So that was good. And it was funny because he kept texting me going, "Are you sure you want to leave that early?" Because I wanted to leave at 3:00. The concert was at 7:30. Doors opened at 6:30, but we're going to eat at this little pub across the street from the Rialto, which was where it was at. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when I want to leave. I want to make sure that I'm in line early to get in the doors so I can get my merchandise. Because the last time they sold out on my size shirt, you know. So he's like, okay. So we got there, went over to the pub. We were about halfway through eating, and they had to put somebody at the door to refuse people because there was no seating left. I mean, it's not that big to begin with.
Yeah.
And it's the thing that's right across from the theater.
Right.
And I was like, see, it's a good thing we got here when we did. So he's like, well, what are we going to do for an hour and a half before the doors even open? So he's looking around, trying to find stuff. I'm like, there is nothing in this area. There is nothing.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, no, there's some shopping mall right here. And I'm like, shopping mall? Well, yeah, look, it says there's a craft store. You can walk through a craft store. I'm like, okay, well, his craft store was this store that had sombreros and ponchos. It's a craft store. I was just like, where did you bring me to? So we got tired of...
Was it not even like handmade stuff? It was like you could tell that it was like produced.
Some of it was produced. Some of there were some handbags that you could tell were definitely made.
Yeah.
I think we were the only customers those two guys had the whole day because they were quite excited to see me from what I could understand.
Wow. Well, that's kind of sad.
Yeah. Well, where it was at, it's like there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm serious. Like,
the malls are really hurting, period.
Well,
nowadays.
And it wasn't even a mall. I don't know why they called it a mall. It was like a couple. It was like a couple stores along a strip.
Yeah.
That area, other than the theater, everything's closed down there.
Wow.
Phil had wanted to go and look at, go to this cookie place that was there. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And he's like, well, if we cut down this alley, and I'm like, I ain't going down no alley. As there's a homeless man sitting right in front. I ain't going down no alley. I'm like, you don't know. You're not in your own hometown.
Yeah, you're not from this area.
I'm like, I'll stick to the main streets, thank you. If you want to cut down the alley, if you're not at the other end, I'll call somebody. So I made him walk the long way, get all the way over there, and it's closed. It's not even there anymore.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a deserted area. And then he's like, okay, well, do you want to cut down that alley to get back to... I said, no.
So obviously you made it in time to get your shirts and stuff.
So yeah, we get there and the actual doors going in hadn't been open, but the doors to get into the main part was open.
Yeah.
It was, I got to think of a different word from what I would normally say. It was a hot mess. Because they had like 4 sets of doors. And they had one door that was standing open and there was like security later or whatever. So everybody like kept trying to go in and they're like, no. So we finally figured out that was for the meet and greet people. Okay. So then they said something else and nobody, like none of us knew. We couldn't even understand what they were saying. So then I guess it was for, we got a line. We're just like, we'll just see if we can get in.
Yeah.
So in the middle of all this, there's a guy behind us hollering about, I don't care. I can be VIP. I can be meet or greet. I just want to get in and get a beer. That's all I want. I want a beer. And he comes out from behind us and he's making a beeline like he's just going to walk right in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, he might make it. He's going to make it. Because nobody was paying attention to him.
Right.
I'm like, he's going to make it. He's going to make it. And then somebody nabs him and our whole little group was like, aww. So we got escorted back. It was funny. So we got up there, of course, and then they're like, are you VIP? And I'm like, well, I consider myself VIP. And we all got told that we were just regular and needed to get out of line. So we wouldn't get out of line. We just we got out of line, but we stood off to the side on the inside. Until a security guard came over and kept looking at us. And then he was like, are you VIPs? And I'm like, here we go again. We're getting called regular. And they're like, you really need to get out. We're like, yeah, okay, well, we're going to step right outside these doors and be number 1. And I told the people in line, I go, because we had a whole little group that was just having a blast, you know? And I'm like, I guarantee you, we're standing in front of this set of doors where they left the VIPs, the meet and greets, the everything in. When it comes time for us, they're going to shut this door. It's going to be those doors. Lo and behold, guess what happened?
Did exactly what you said.
Now, why, when there's 4 doors, why wouldn't you have saved yourself some aggravation? Put a sign up for this is meet and greet. This is VIP.
Right.
These are your regular. No. So we did finally make it in. And then we got to stand, I don't know, probably 45 minutes in line. Maybe even longer, I don't know, for shirts and stuff. Because there was one guy behind the table.
Really? Oh my goodness. Talk about a hot mess.
They did finally send him some help, but the problem was, okay, the ladies they sent could, like, get your item that you wanted, but then you had to wait for that guy to check you out. Because there was only one. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So that's...
Is it just because the Rialto doesn't have the space?
Oh no, they have the space.
I thought so.
Oh yeah, it's a big.
I've been there before.
Yeah, it's a big theater. It's yeah. So opening acts, not good. Which I didn't care, and I knew I didn't even know him to begin with. Phil didn't like him either, so that made me feel a little better. Daughtry was awesome as always. I was kind of in the fuddy-dudge section this time, though.
Apparently, you need to sit like a area over.
Yeah. I'm used to being closer and on the ground level. And you get off the ground level, and those people, they don't stand up, they don't dance, they don't sing, they just sit like this. I was like, why didn't you just stay home and watch your TV?
Yeah.
So at one point, me and Phil, we're up, and everything, and a guy from behind me comes down, does this to me, and asks me if I can sit down that his kid can't see. You're at a concert. Yeah. I was like, oh no. And poor Phil's just like, oh boy. Oh boy.
He was worried about what you were going to do.
So what I do, I sat down for like 2 minutes, and then a good song came on, and I got like the 3 other people next to us to stand up with us. That was, yeah. But I had fun. It was good. He's always good in concert. He darn near sang his whole entire new CD.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. So, yeah. And he did the whole megaphone thing, which always gives me a kick, so.
Cool.
There's that. So, I had fun. Finally got to go.
Yeah.
I got my shirt. That's what I'm wearing now, not that you can see. But, yeah. Anything new with you?
No, we've already made 2 trips up to Northwestern. Chuck got called twice for lung, which is pretty wild because he wasn't even on the list for a week.
Yeah, it was only a few days that first time.
Yeah, it was 2 days
2
later
days.
we got a call. Now we know what goes on. He's been sick, so we have to wait until he's done with that cycle, and then as soon as he's better, he's back on the list. They told us that was good news in terms of, the chances of him getting a lung, and that possibly we won't have to wait, a huge long time. Both instances, he was second in line. Apparently, when they do the process, they always have 2 candidates lined up in case one doesn't, obviously, like, Chuck was sick the one time, so had they only called him, it would have gone to waste. So,
or they would have really been scrambling.
Yeah, exactly, scrambling. So at first Chuck was like, he didn't know if he wanted to go through that. I realized they have to. But actually, while he was sick and in the hospital, he was able to watch this video, which helped explain, had people that had gone through it and helped him a lot. So he feels a little bit better. It's still going to be emotional for him. Completely. I felt a little bit better after we went through that first phase because now
you know what's going on.
Now I know what to expect. We also learned through the second phase that when they say pack your bag and keep it in the car. Because we were up like, I don't know, we were at Peatone, so what's that, 20 minutes away?
Yeah.
We were about 20 minutes. We were right past the exit there at Peatone. And we get the phone call and we're like, our bags are at home 20 minutes away in our living room, sitting there all packed and ready to go. We just kept on driving all up to Chicago. I'm like, we'll deal with it. And he's like, what if you guys stay tonight? I'm like, that's okay. I'll deal with it when we get there. Don't worry about me, And sure enough, Megan, our daughter, lives in Chicago. And she's like, Mom, if you need to spend the night, if you need somewhere to sleep, just call me. I'll come pick you up. So I know that I have a backup there. In fact, the first time around, she came and she brought me dinner. So we know we have that support. So that's great to know we have somebody close by. So been a bit of a roller coaster. So
you now know, keep your bag in your car.
Yeah. My bag and his bag is in my car. Now I'm not at home, but at least it's only 5 minutes away.
And if I was gonna say, and don't travel south. You need to make sure you're traveling north.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you get the phone call and you're 3 hours away that way,
that's not a good thing.
No.
We would just have to refuse it at that point.
Yeah, so you're basically tied down.
Yeah, we pretty much are tied down to the area. In fact, I had to go. I had my own appointment up in Chicago, and we had debated about. Well, he was in the hospital, so it was.
Well, had he not been in the hospital, he should have came with
exactly.
With you.
I was like, I think you're going to have to go with me, and like, I don't know, sit in a car and drive around.
Or whatever he's got to do,
you know, what you got to do in terms of waiting for me. So, but that was fine. So he was otherwise preoccupied. He's like, well, I'll just have to figure out if it happens. I said, well, because I can't be driving home to pick you up, and our son lives an hour and 20 minutes south of us. So that wouldn't have worked either.
Yeah, so, they call you, you got to go.
Yeah. So that was interesting. But other than that, really not a whole lot.
We're excited people.
Yeah, work's been a bit crazy lately. Well, it's work.
My work's been just fine.
I bet it has. So yeah.
All right. I think that's all we have for you guys. Yeah. So reminder, Sabrina Grant, get a hold of us.
Yes.
So we can mail out your prize. What other reminders do you have for the viewers, Karen?
Like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
And then, as always, go ahead and check out the Etsy store, Knit for Brains Designs, for the bags. And there's also yarn in there. And then we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.